Dress for the job you want. Or at least that's what my parents told me when I first started applying for jobs right out of college. I've had the lucky misfortune of being laid off from corporate America twice, and I'm starting to become a little bit of a pro at it, if I do say so myself. Between throwing hundreds of applications into the void and hoping that you're going to get anything more than just a LMAO no, to companies just bluntly telling you that your resume is going to be scanned by AI, it's starting to kind of feel like, what's the point? I saw a stat the other day that said that 75% of applications are completely thrown out immediately by something called an ATS system. If you don't know what an ATS system is, basically it's something that's used by HR departments to weed out the undesirables. Basically, you throw your application into the system and HR departments will go through and say, hey, if he doesn't say anything about synergizing or any other buzzword that you want to think of, then your application's going in the trash, baby. We don't have time for that. Didn't convince an AI that you don't have enough experience to do an entry-level job that just barely pays above minimum wage. Goodbye. Gone are the days of applying for a job that you don't have a degree for just because you're passionate about something. You can't apply to that. We need a 4-year piece of paper, man. Little fun fact, I had a recruiter reach out to me saying, hey, we want you to apply to this job. We want 3 years of experience, entry-level job, analyst position, no problem. The pay, minimum wage. Like I said, I'm on the job hunt. I've been on the job hunt for a little bit now. It feels like it's been about 6 years. But what's always fascinating to me is whenever you hopefully get an interview with any of these places that you're just sort of trying to apply to, try to see if anything on the wall will stick. If you actually get an interview with any of these places, they say, oh, we need somebody to start right away. We really need somebody to start right now. And then the whole process seems to take freaking forever, dude. I'm waiting to hear back right now from 2 different companies, and I have interviewed with them 3 times for each position over the course of 2 months. And they keep saying, no, you're gonna hear from us next week. You're gonna hear from us next Wednesday. That's for sure. 100% guarantee that you will hear from us next Wednesday. That Wednesday was 3 Wednesdays ago, and I still haven't heard anything. So my assumption is I just didn't get the job. These are the kind of things that you need to go through in order to get a job now. I always thought it was really funny when you ask your family, like, hey, what should I do in this situation? You've had a job for a really long time. They always come back with, you need to go over there, march in, and say, I want this job. I'm gonna march my butt in there and I'm gonna say, darn it, I deserve to work here at McDonald's. If I did that with any company now, they would laugh so hard. You can't just walk in and say, hey, I want a job. You know what they're gonna tell you? Go online. Go online to our application form, send it in to be read by AI, and God forbid if you used AI during any of this process to make a cover letter or make your resume in any sort of fashion, we will immediately reject you. We're going to reject you so hard. Okay, I refuse to wear a full-on suit for this. I'm going for the casual 90s dad look after he's done working his really tough office desk job. That is so much better. It's been baffling to me how slow this entire process has been. Like I said, this isn't my first rodeo. I have been in this position before, but it feels like recently, especially, this whole process has been extraordinarily slow. Like, I get that people are busy. I totally understand it. And this isn't me trying to rip on hiring departments, HR departments, whatever. This isn't me trying to like rip on recruiters or anything like that. But like, how hard is it to send an email to someone and be like, hey kid, we don't want you here? It feels like if you send any sort of email out or any message out to any recruiter or hiring department or whatever, it's like, does anybody actually read this? I haven't been ghosted this hard since high school. I, one time, didn't get a no from a company until my 6th round of interviews. I had done 2 assignments for them, which is awesome. Always doing unpaid assignments just for no reason is so fun. And yeah, after 6 rounds of interviews, and I think like 2.5 months of talking to them, they were just like, nah. I generally try to avoid applying to a ton of jobs, especially from companies that I've just never heard of before, because there are so many scam companies or ghost jobs out there where they're posted on sites like Indeed or LinkedIn, and they don't actually exist. They're just trying to like get applications in to see, oh, hey, maybe we'll get some talent in here that'll actually be like good. I hate LinkedIn so much. This website is the bane of my existence. If you're a high school student or a college student and you're just starting to kind of dip your toes in the career world and the job world, anybody that ever tells you that you need LinkedIn, do not listen to them. Imagine Tinder, but like for people that love the smell of their own farts. The amount of what I like to call peacocking, trying to show your plumage, show everybody how cool your life is, how great you are, how happy you are to be working in trucking logistics. The amount of showboating that takes place on this website just like makes me sick. Honestly, now that I think about it, LinkedIn might be the most toxic social media platform ever. It combines all of the aspects of Instagram where they try to show off their life, combined with Facebook level rants of people just complaining about the weirdest things. Aww. You know, sometimes I wish I was a cat. Wouldn't it be so nice to just not have to worry about anything? You don't have to worry about work. You don't have to worry about paying bills. You just have to worry about being cute. I remember my first big boy job out of college. It was kind of like a glorified data entry position, but I was so excited to be a part of something. It was a pretty decent sized company, and I went to my first corporate all staff, and they flew me out there. I got to see a state that I had never been to before. I got a rental car. I got a hotel. I got meal vouchers. It was the best. I was living like a king. And then I got to the meeting, the actual all staff meeting, the one where there's a stage for some reason and lights, like it's some sort of play. And in it, they were talking about how happy they were and how great it is to be here and how great it is to have everybody here. Raise your hand if you just started here. I raised my hand. I was like, yeah, man, I'm right here. Raise your hand if you've been here for 20 years. The company was so cool. They were like, if you've worked here for 20 years, you're going to get a gift. And somebody that just started, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like they treat their long-term employees pretty well. Like, what do these people get? I'm very curious. They got a keychain and an extra day off. That's it. It was right then and there that I realized corporations don't care about you. And I know that's not like a mind-blowing take or anything. Like everybody knows that. But for somebody that is just coming out of college, really excited to kind of jump into the career world, you really kind of are excited to be a part of something. Oh, I always heard that office life was like kind of chill and I get to have a remote job. Like I'm incredibly lucky. That's awesome. The people that I had met were really, really nice. My boss was really cool. But like you really don't realize how much these corporations or these jobs do not care about you. You're nothing but a number. You're just another person that happens to work there. And hey man, they'll get rid of you ASAP. It reminds me of that Redskins meme. The culture is actually damn good. And I've been noticing too that a lot of these companies will just come out and say like, hey, we acknowledge burnout culture. We're going to combat it. Don't you worry. And then like they go about this kind of stuff and then they wonder, man, why is there so much burnout in the industry? You're creating an environment where people really don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow. Hell, my second job that I got laid off from, the most recent one, I was promised that I was not going to get laid off when I asked 3 separate times. That might sound like I was like bugging my supervisor, but there was a pretty good reason for that. When you see the company kind of going on like a downward trajectory and you've been a part of that before, door, you're like, hey man, I noticed that this plane is crashing. Like, are we going to be okay? And you're assured, yeah, we're good. Don't you worry about it. This department has never had a layoff. And guess what? I'm the first one. I spoke to my little cousin who is about to go into his senior year of high school. And naturally, I asked him, what are you going to do when you're out of high school? What is the plan? And I was so incredibly proud of him when he told me that he was choosing between being an electrician or a fireman. And I was so happy. In a world where everybody wants to be a software engineer, an analyst, a YouTuber, if I could give any student or anybody that's about to graduate college or high school or about to go into the career world and start their journey, if I could give them any advice, I would say follow in those footsteps. Just go please work in trades. Talking to my friend who's a plumber, it's 10 out, 1 in. There is always going to be work for you. Punch your own hours. You'll probably freaking be happier. Go work in HVAC. Go be an electrician. Go be a plumber. Go work as a sprinkler tech. I don't care. Just don't, for the love of God, work in the tech industry. It's so fast paced. The money might be kind of cool because on the job posting it says, oh, it's going to be between 50,000 and maybe $250,000. Trust me, it's towards the 50,000. It's always going to be 50,000. The pay might be tempting. The work from home might be tempting, but don't do it. Take it from somebody that has been through it and is going through it right now. Go work in trades. Go work in a field that you can be proud of, that at the end of the day, you can hang your hat up, hang your boots up and say, yep, I did a good job. Because quite honestly, after being in this field for a couple years, going to grad school for it, getting a master's degree for it, I don't even know if I like it. I don't even know if I like staring at numbers all day and trying to figure out why the hell nothing is graphing correctly or what Python script I have to use. I don't even know if I really like it because at the end of the day, I can't see any progress. I can't see any of my work really paying off because I'm handing it off to somebody and saying, all right, I think I did my job. I don't know. I think I'm making money for the corporation. I would love to build houses or work in landscaping, point to it and say, yep, I did that. That was a good job. I am so proud of that work. If you are going through this, if you're going through a similar sort of experience, let me just say, you matter. After going through thousands and thousands of applications, getting rejected from 99% of them, you start to feel like nothing really matters. You don't really matter. Your work doesn't matter. Your career doesn't matter. From the bottom of my heart, you matter. Don't let some faceless corporation that you've never met before tell you otherwise. You're going to get rejected, but you got to keep your head up. Keep moving through the slog. Keep moving through the forest. If you really believe in yourself and you really believe in this career path, do it. Just freaking do it. Don't let anybody else tell you. Don't let some sort of like talent agency tell you that you don't have enough experience. Just freaking plow ahead and do it. And honestly, your friends and family mean well, but don't take advice from somebody that's worked at the same company for like 20 something years and hasn't turned in an application since the invention of the computer. Like, I love my family to death. I know that they mean well. I know that they want to see me succeed and I want to succeed for them. But it's really difficult to take advice from somebody that has worked the same job for like 30 something years. And like I said, hasn't really filled out an application in a while. Use all the resources that you can, but maybe take their advice with a grain of salt. Anyways, that's it. I didn't mean for this to turn into a huge rant, but it's been something that's been kind of weighing on my mind. If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. And like I said, if you're going through this too, it's going to be okay. We'll get through it together. And hopefully 5 years from now, when AI takes over and everything, we're just going to be laughing. Maybe we're going to be making billions of dollars. If you need to hear this, I'm proud of you. Keep trekking on. Love you. You're not going to say it back? All right, whatever. And until next time, Petunia and I, we'll talk to you soon. Do you have anything to say? She's sleeping. She's a sleepy little baby.